All right, let's talk about the big question, right? How do you actually build wealth when you're starting from zero? Maybe you're even less than zero, deep in debt. Well, stick with me because by the end of this, you're going to have a real step-by-step game plan to go from feeling broke to actually building your financial freedom.
Now, if you think this whole millionaire thing is just for people born with a silver spoon, think again. Get this. Nearly 80% of millionaires in the US started with zero inheritance, zilch. They built it all from the ground up. So you see, this isn't about being lucky. It's about having a solid plan.
And look, I know this is possible because this isn't just theory for me. I've been there. I remember graduating with that pit in my stomach, nothing in the bank, and a mountain of student loans staring back at me. That feeling is exactly why I'm so fired up about this. The roadmap we're about to walk through is the real deal, not some fantasy. I want you to picture this whole process like you're building a house. First, you have to pour a solid foundation. That's your mindset. Everything, and I mean everything, rests on that. Then, once the foundation is solid, we build a structure on top of it, supported by 4 crucial pillars. We're going to build them one by one.
So, here's our blueprint for today. We're starting with that all-important foundation, your mindset. Then, we'll construct the 4 pillars, maxing out your income, saving like you mean it, crushing your debt, and investing consistently. And to wrap it all up, we'll map out what that journey to your very first $100,000 actually looks like.
All right, first things first, the foundation, your mindset. You know, this is the part most people just skip right over, but it's hands down the most important. Because real, lasting wealth building starts up here, in your head, long before it shows up in your wallet.
And the single biggest mindset shift you have to make is this. Stop trying to look rich and start focusing on becoming rich. It's so easy to get caught up in the comparison game, right? But spending your money to project an image of wealth is the fastest way to make sure you never actually get there.
And hey, the truly wealthy, they've already cracked this code. A whopping 94% of millionaires consistently live on less than they make. They're not out there buying flashy things to impress people. They get it. It's the quiet, disciplined choices that build real wealth. And that's a mindset you can adopt like right now.
So, here's your action plan. Let's strengthen that foundation. This week, just take a minute and think about your beliefs about money. If you catch yourself thinking, oh, I'm just bad with money, challenge that thought. And then commit to learning. I made it a habit to read just 1 article a day, and that knowledge started to compound. Just pick 1 book or 1 podcast and start there.
Okay, with that foundation poured and setting, it's time to build our first pillar, maximizing your income. Think about it. You can only cut your expenses down so far, right? But your potential to earn more, that's pretty much unlimited.
Now, the most powerful way to do this is to invest in yourself. I mean, look at the numbers. Whether it's college, a coding boot camp, or learning a trade, boosting your skills is the most direct path to a bigger paycheck. It's like choosing to build your financial house with much better, stronger materials.
And there are so many ways to tackle this. You can build your case and negotiate a raise. You can look for a new job. That's often where people see the biggest pay jumps. Or you can start a side hustle. For me, when my main job wasn't cutting it, I started doing freelance work online. That extra cash went straight towards building my financial house.
Okay, pillar number 2, save aggressively. You've heard it before, but it's so true. It's not what you earn that builds wealth, it's what you keep. A huge income with nothing to show for it? That's like putting up the frame of a house but never adding any walls.
And the single most powerful way to save is to adopt this one habit. Pay yourself first. This one thing honestly changed my entire financial life. Before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, the moment that paycheck hits, you automatically transfer money to your savings. You have to treat your future self like it's your most important bill.
So, your very first savings mission is to build a financial safety net. Goal number 1, scrape together your first $1,000. That's your buffer. That's what keeps a flat tire from becoming a credit card disaster. After you hit that, your next goal is to slowly grow that fund until it can cover 3 to 6 months of your core living expenses. The peace of mind that gives you is just incredible. Now for pillar 3, conquer your debt. I want you to think of this as a rescue mission for your future paychecks. Every single dollar that you send to a credit card company in interest is a dollar that could have been working for you. We've got to break those chains to clear the land for your financial house.
Now, there are 2 main battle plans here, and listen, there's no wrong answer. The debt snowball is all about psychology. You attack your smallest debt first, you get that quick win, and it builds momentum.
The debt avalanche is pure math. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first to save the most money. The best one? It's the one you'll actually stick with.
And that brings us to the final and honestly the most powerful pillar. Invest consistently. This is where we hook up the electricity to the house. This is the moment your money stops being just money and it starts becoming your employee, working for you 24/7 to build your wealth.
But how does that even work? How does a little bit of money actually turn into a lot of money? I mean, you can't just save your way to being truly wealthy. You have to put that money to work.
The answer is 2 words, and it is pure magic: compound interest. It's the engine of wealth. Basically, your money earns a return, and then that return starts earning its own return. It's like a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. It starts slow, but over time, it becomes this unstoppable avalanche of growth.
And check this out. Let's look at the power of just starting small and staying with it. We're talking $5 a day, about $150 a month. Invested over a long time, it can grow into a staggering amount. After 10 years, you see it building. After 20, it really starts to take off. And after 40, you're potentially looking at over $500,000. See, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-wealthy-for-sure plan.
So let's bring it all home and talk about that first major milestone: your journey to $100,000. This is where the foundation and all 4 of those pillars we built come together to create a seriously powerful wealth-building machine.
You know, the legendary investor Charlie Munger said it best. Getting to that first 100 grand is the hardest part. It's a slog. Why? Because it relies almost completely on your own hard work and discipline, on you maximizing your income and saving like crazy. But once you hit that milestone, Pillar 4, investing, starts to do more and more of the heavy lifting for you.
And if you want to know if you're on track for the long haul, here's a super helpful guideline from Fidelity. They say a good goal is to have 1 times your annual salary saved by the time you're 30. Hitting that first $100,000 is a giant leap towards that goal. It proves your system is working and puts you on the path to hit 3 times your salary by 40 and 6 times by 50.
So look, the most important thing you can do is just take action. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Your journey starts this very moment. It can be as simple as opening a high-yield savings account, selling something you don't need, or setting up that automatic transfer we talked about. So the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?